fans, this is Todd. So, I got this giant box from Super 7. You can kind of see it sitting there in the big old clod on my table. Let me go ahead and open up my app so I can see your guys' comments. There it is.
For all your grocery needs, check out your local Amazon Fresh grocery store.
Clod on my table. Okay, cool. Sound's working. Got my iPad up. And let's go ahead and take a look. Now, I'm guessing it's probably going to be ThunderCats, because that's what I've seen everyone else getting. So hopefully that's what it is. Let's go ahead and open this big box and see what we got. And I probably should have looked ahead of time just so I can name the video correctly, but I figured I can go back and name the video the right name later anyway. It ends up being something else than what I think. Or make more than one video. One of me opening the box and one of me opening the stuff inside. Dun dun dun. What could it be? Hey Mike, hey Jinx. Thanks for joining me, you guys. So let's see what we got here. Oh, it is ThunderCats. Look at that. Boomra. Groon. Tigra. And some big giant boxes here. Mumra, the ever-living. And Mumra, the ever-living. Cool. Cool. I'm a little confused. I thought I bought my extra Mumra from a Big Bad Toy Store, but I guess I must have bought it from Super 7. Super duper pooper 7. All right. Those look pretty cool. So I guess I'll open up Mumra on Natus for fun. Then I'll make a second video later on, just opening them up, all of them. Since I have two Mumras, let's go ahead. This is what I want to see the most anyway. Is Mumra. Now, I did make a custom Mumra a while ago. And I kind of want to compare it to my custom one that I made. And you can see my custom Mumra actually made him bigger than Lionel by a little bit. So we'll take and compare those figures. Let's go ahead and open this box. Want to see Mutt? Yes. That's actually why I got two Mumras, is so I could get and use one of the Mutts with my what is the guy's name? What's the guy's name that rides the motorcycle? DC Comics, Superman bad guy. He's a mercenary kind of guy. Lobo. I got an extra Mumra so I can use one of his dogs for Lobo. So I may be selling a Mumra in the future without a dog, just so I can steal the dog from Mumra. I mean, for a Lobo. I did make a custom Lobo dog one time, but he I don't think he's as cool as the Mutt from. That's a big box. Bum bum bum. Here's the back. ThunderCats. There's the front. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Bum 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 bum. Oh, that looks massive. Okay, next to my custom, it looks way cooler. Oh, I think my custom's gonna be put out into the pasture at this point because this Mumra looks amazing. Amazing. All right, let's get my scissors out. The shears of power. Oh. Oh, the back of the box. Okay. Let's read the back of the box. Let's do this right. Mumra is the ThunderCats' evil adversary. Mummified and otherwise weak, he is energized and made immortal as a servant to the spirits of evil, who granted him magical and transformative powers to carry out their wicked bidding. Boom, boom, boom. So for those that don't know, he starts out as this little guy here. Sonny? And we also got a cool glow-in-the-dark version, too. That was Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. And then he transforms into Mumra, the ever-living. So there you go. So I'll go ahead and set this one aside. Wow, his leg is just really freaked out there. Don't break on me. Don't break. It's probably going to take some hot water to relieve his crazy crooked leg. Luckily, I have a new batch of hot water right here, ready to go. So I will take off his cloth and let's toss him in there and fix his leg so he's presentable in a few minutes. You just can't have his dance leg sticking out that far. And you can see the plastic itself is actually out of whack. I can't even close the leg and go out further, just not closer. So the joint's at the end, so I need to reheat. Come on, Mumra. Fit into the vat. Wish I had more water in there, but he's in there. All right, let's go ahead and get this one open now. Dun, dun, dun. This looks like that Mumra statue I used to have for a while, which was a pretty cool statue, which is too big to use with the ThunderCat figures. I like how intense his blue is, because we've seen the other Mumras in the past were not quite that intense on their color blue. And he comes in a multi-stacked pack, just like we saw with some of the other figures of the ThunderCats line. So on the bottom layer, we have his cape. Now, I really hate when they use these little things on the cape to hold it in place, because it leaves little holes that seem to never go away because it's in the cloth sometimes the holes don't line up with the seams in the cloth just right. So you end up with these holes forever in your cape or your soft goods. Now, I know they do this on purpose so it looks good in the box. So in case you are leave it in the box kind of guy, I am not a leave it in the box kind of guy. So I prefer to have it be more functional out of the box than to be perfectly displayed in the box. So there is his bat cape. It does look like some kind of bat symbol, huh? Batman. Could be his horde cape too. Mumra is part of the evil horde. He's not really, but it does look very bat-like. It's got wires in it too. I can feel the wires so you can adjust it. Now, look at how awesome his weapon of power is. His two-sided sword. Now, Super 7 did not spare anything on making this. This is awesome. You can almost use this as a propeller. It's so huge. I had to look at the size difference between my custom one that I got from the 5¼ inch Mumra that I stole it from and this one here. I mean, no comparison. Ugh. And the funny thing is, I still have all the parts I need to make a second custom Mumra. I just never got around to finishing him, and it's like, well, I guess there's no need to now. All right. And then, of course, we have his mighty microphone. That way he'll be able to be on American Idol. Where is the light? I am charging a light right now, but it's still in the other room charging. If you guys know what this is supposed to be, please leave it in the comments so I can take a look at your comments and see what it is. All right. Let's pull out the Mighty Mutt. He is just too cool to not get out of here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Does his mouth move? Oh, why not? It's got two pieces of plastic here. I thought for sure it'd be articulated right there. Oh, bummer. Anyway, so his head moves. His collar is actually part of his head, so it's not a separate piece. You can see it was actually made separately, but they like glued it or something. I don't know what's going on there. His head only rotates; it doesn't move any other direction. He has single articulation on each leg, just a rotation piece, no other rotation, and his tail is stuck where it's at. So he's got 5 points of articulation, one each at the top of the leg and the head, and they're all rotation joints. But still, very cool. Very cool. All right. Yes, the box is huge. All right. He comes with lots of extra hands, as you can see, which is cool, because he's loaded with the fist hands normally. We got to cut him out of here. Get me out of here. I've been trapped. I don't want to accidentally cut his. Ugh. Give me your hand if you want to live. There we go. Ugh. Dun dun dun. He is big. He is mammoth. He is the Raw of Mum. Now he has these little hooks right here. And I imagine that's where his cape hooks up to. So that's where it did on the statue. Oh, whew. I thought I already broke them. I'm like, no. So those little pegs do come off. Be careful. They're not glued in place. That's crazy. I'm surprised they didn't glue those little things. Which means when you're hooking the cape up, the chances of them coming off and flinging are pretty high. Look at the way these furry tops look. Those look great. So articulation, we got ankle articulation. And it's just a single pin sticking in the leg for the rotation. His boots are part of his legs, so he won't be able to remove his boots. Knee joints, no pins. And then his hips move. They are a little bit on the loose side. And there is no upper thigh cut. So you won't be able to do... Oh, there is an upper thigh cut. There we go. It's just like regular He-Man figures way up there at the top. Cool. And so that's good. And he turns at the waist. This is soft rubber. His pieces of his cloth are soft rubber too. So you can move those around. He has a ab crunch. He has shoulder movements, it looks like. Bicep cut. As well as lots of elbow movement. And no pinholes, which is cool. And then his hands move a lot. Easily. So that's cool. Alright. Well, I'm going to replace his hand off the bat because I'm not a fan. Let's see if his wrists come off. His wrist cuffs. Nope. They are part of there. So let's give him a good hand to hang on to his weapon. Come on out of there. So if you remember, the ThunderCats go to something called Third Earth. Now, I think that's what it's called. And so I believe it's supposed to be actual Earth, our Earth. And so Mum Ra, I believe, is supposed to be a human that's been mummified. So he's kind of like from the Egyptians. not just mummy. But if you take a look, though, this face looks very cat-like. I don't know about you or not, but I don't remember it being cat-like in the cartoon or the other figures. But if you take a look at this face is very humanoid. And so I'm not sure if that's just the artist's interpretation to make it cat-like because they decided to make him like a cat too. But I always thought he was supposed to be a human that was mummified. So I'm a little confused on that. Let's see. I want this hand for the left hand. A little bit clawy looking hand. I kind of like that better than just a standard closed hand. We don't need the fist on there. Ooh, there we go. And he has an alternate head. Now, I actually like the alternate head better. You know, his mouth's open. Oh, no way, no way. Is his jaw articulated? Oh, nope, it's not articulated. It's just soft rubber. I thought the actual jaw was articulated for a second there, and I thought, no way. That would be cool. So I'm going to swap his head, too. So I like that secondary head better. Hey, no hot water required. Cool. Let's stick this big old... Holy cow. That thing's huge. So when he's swinging this thing around... He obviously has to be careful to hit the ground because it's so much larger than any of the other figures we've seen in the past. Ho, 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 ho. Fit. Fit. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now let's put his microphone in this hand. There we go. Oh, it's a cape. Oh, I forgot about the other Mum-Ra sitting in here. His legs are really rubbery now. There we go. So we'll just let his legs sit like that for a minute and cool off. And then after I say cool off, we'll put them back together. All right, so let's look at the size difference. Ugh. That is cool. Cool, cool. Let me grab my tape measure here. Okay, he's about 22 centimeters or 8.5 inches. Maybe closer to 9 if you go to the very top of his pinnacle of his helmet there. Yep, so about 22 and about 9 3/4. So there you go. What else was I going to do with this figure? Let's take a look at you guys' comments. You guys have been commenting like crazy. I've been totally ignoring you. Too bad the mouth's not articulated. Jerry, you are right. That'd have been really cool. Tony C. Mutt is a great accessory. Definitely. I want him and Jenga. You know what? I am going to go grab another action figure for a minute. I'm going to grab Lobo and see what that Mutt looks like next to him. Lobo, where are you, man? I don't need your chain. Oh, I almost had a catastrophe. Well, that's a catastrophe because it's ThunderCats. Thunder, 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 ThunderCats. All right, so here is Lobo from DC Comics, and he has his own dog that he calls Dog. And here's my little custom I made of him. And now, where did I stick Mutt? And see, Mutt is very similar with the same kind of spike collar type thing going on. Now, he does have this weird hump right here, but you know what? That looks pretty cool next to Lobo. Yeah, it sure does. So I might even just, like I said, use one of these for Lobo, and just the way it is. I don't even paint it or anything. Just leave it just as is. Because I mean, it even matches Lobo's coloring in there too. That is cool. I mean, yes, my dog was a great stand-in for a while, but next to Mutt, and my dog was completely unarticulated. I know the colors aren't right, but I don't care. It looks cool next to Lobo. So Lobo's going to inherit a new dog today. Hooray for Lobo. So, there we go. I'll leave that there for now. Yeah, he'll get that dog. All right, so tell me, is he supposed to be a human that is a mummified human on Earth, Mumra, or is he supposed to be a cat creature? That's what I need to know from you guys. Let's see. Chris Forley says, I only like Moto and Mask. That's cool. You know what I love about these figures? Is they fit great with Masters of the Universe, Hare's Spare Parts Man. And you can see he's the same height as all the figures. And so that's kind of why I started getting into ThunderCats too. It's like, oh, they fit just right, and they could fit right into the He-Man world, no problem. You know, cat creatures, you know, fit right in anyway. Lobo just stole his dog. Yeah, he did. Luckily, I got another Mumra right behind there, which I got, this sounds funny, just for the dog. But I'll probably be selling that Lobo. Or not that Lobo, but that Mumra. Except dogless. Okay. Okay, let's get the little puny Mumra out. Yeah, look, his face is cat-like in this one too. I didn't even notice that when I was doing the review last time. Oh, that's right, the cape. The cape. So does his giant staff here turn into the sword in the cartoon? Because obviously he didn't come with a staff. And he didn't come with a sword, I don't think. Or did he? Let me check his pile of stuff. Oh, I do have a sword in here, but that's from the 5 1/4 inch figure. Not. Yeah, I don't see a sword. I keep getting distracted looking at other cool figures instead of getting this cape on them. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, the red goes on the inside and the black goes on the outside. Now, he's got some weird kind of bump going on here on his back. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it's just for spacing. Or is that where you're supposed to put the cape at? If you are, it's pretty hard to stretch that cape over that little bump. Maybe it comes out. Maybe it's a pin that's removable. It is. Ah, I lost his microphone. Okay, I got this now. Pull off his head. Ooh. Remove the pin in his back. Put the cape on. Slide the pin back in the hole. You know what? You better put the cape under it. Okay, put the cape under the bandages. Otherwise it holds it up too much. Come on, man. Why gotta be so difficult? Okay, put the pin through the cape first. There we go. Now slide it on. Now put the bandages back over. Dun-da-da. And now these hook up to his bracers on his wrist, which are removable too. That's why they had them removable for the small holes. Okay, let me aim this camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm fighting this guy to the ground. Ooh. There we go. This is a pretty cool deluxe figure, I gotta admit. All the little detail stuff they have on it. Now that cape is really tight. It's kind of hard to get it, his arms straight out. So you got to put a little bend in them, otherwise the cape will pull the pins out. Open mouth version. Whew. That was a lot of effort, but that looks really cool now. Dun da da. So there we go. There they are. All right. So has anybody told me this is yet? Let me take a look and see if I look in the comments what the microphone is. Mumra was not a cat being, just super old. See, that's what I thought. But look at the face they did. They actually gave him a spot where the whiskers would go and kind of pronounced his upper part of his upper lip right there. And it is very cat-like. And so is his jaw, too, the way they made it. So, unless it's supposed to be a dog. Unless it's supposed to be a dog creature. I could see that, too. Having that upper lip like that, but I don't know. Take a look at his nose, too. He just does not look very humanoid. He looks more cat-ish. So I think at some point, some artist somewhere decided that Mumra was supposed to be cat-like too or something. Which is a bummer, because I always liked the idea that he was the last Earthling. Defending Earth from the cats. I know. That sounds kind of backwards, huh? Everybody thinks the cats are the bad guys, but they're the invaders. They came to his planet. Let's see. This uses the Moto Classics bodies or a new design of the Four Horsemen. The bodies are very similar. You can see that this is actually a lot larger than the He-Man bodies. So it's not the exact parts, but the way they hook together and the way they work and the way they move are very similar to the Classics bodies. Even take a look at Lion-O and you can see the biceps are the same. And of course, this is the Mattel version. And in the upper thighs are the same. And so a lot of the parts are the same. But Mumra, of course, had to be a whole new sculpt because we didn't have any cool large beasts like this. But can you imagine if they made Beastman like this? Oh, it would have been so cool having a big giant Beastman for our He-Man figures. If they would have made this buck for Beastman, I would have been so happy about that. That would have been so cool. But anyway. Mike CP said he found two. The only problem with these figures is they have less articulation if you compare them with the Marvel Legends, different types of bodies. Yes, they're not based on Marvel Legends at all. I actually am not a fan of the double jointed elbows in Marvel Legends. You know, it's just not one of my things. Let's see. Oh, this is DC too. It has the double jointed. It's not a Marvel Legends. Anyway, I can't find a Marvel Legends right now. They're in the other room. But I got a bunch of them. Obviously, this guy's body was nothing like the Classics. No bicep cut on him. But still, look at that. We're starting to fill out Mumra's ranks. How much do they run in price, Todd? I think the ThunderCats are around $55 each, and the Mumras are like $75, I think. Let's take a look and see. When we go to Big Bad Toy Store, they are a little more spendy on there because they have their own fees they add onto it. Oh, my iPad's almost out of power. Big Bad Toy Store, go. And let's search for Mumra. Oh. MUMM dash Raw. Go. There we go. 60 bucks for Mum Raw. That's surprising. I thought he'd more than that. So that's not too bad. So kind of spendy, but again, for an oversized figure that comes with so much extra stuff, 60 bucks is not too bad. So let's take a look at the other ThunderCats in the line. So let's take a look at Grune. Grune. Go. Grune. Oh, they don't have Grune by himself. You would be stuck buying the whole entire... Oh, that's the right one. The whole entire set if you wanted to get just the one guy. That stinks. So they are pretty spendy if you buy them in a full set like this. So that's crazy. So just those boxes sitting there is like a $200 package. So kind of spendy. All right, let me go back to your guys' questions and stuff. Is the cape soft goods? It is, but it has a wire in it too. So it is soft goods, where it's a little bit stiff, but there's a wire that runs down the middle here, so you can kind of do crazy stuff. And there's a wire on the edge here too. And there's a wire on this edge, and there's a wire across the top. So I'm not sure where they have the top wire. That seems kind of overkill to me. It should just... Yep, looks like I thought he was going to keep coming out. There we go. But the wires down below are kind of a cool touch. And you can kind of give like a wind-blown kind of look if you wanted to. I love how they did his feet. That is so cool. I'm really impressed. All right. Well, that's all I got for this video. I'll probably make another video soon where I'm opening up all these ThunderCats and taking a look at them and comparing with all the other ones. Do Mumra and Skeletor have the same skin color? Well, I put all my Skeletors away, but let me just pull out an Origins one, and they are pretty close. His is a little tint of purple in it, but there has been Skeletors in the past that have had tints of purple in them. So just depends on the ones you have, but it is slightly different. I think it's more closer to Kildor's color. So I think Kildor had a little purple in it. All right. Let me check for any other questions before I kill the feed. Yes, I would definitely get a Mumra if you guys haven't got one yet. I mean, even if you don't even have a ThunderCat, Mumra by himself is cool. Just the figure being so oversized. I mean, you could have it that Mumra traveled to Eternia, and now he's plaguing the Eternians. You know, that could even be a cool one. Because you think about it, I mean, if he is Earth connected, then all the mummies from Earth, obviously. I mean, oh, hold on. Ugh. Whoa. Knocking my light over. I have to pull this beauty out. My Sarcophagus. Now, of course, the Sarcophagus is not made for Mumra. It's too small because I made it for Wrap Trap. But in a way, it kind of goes along with the same type of dealy bob. So let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, Wrap Trap. Let's just see if this little Mumra will probably easily fit inside there. You know what? I'm taking the other one, the glow-in-the-dark one, because this cape's all smaller. Lose the staff, man. Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Mumra. All right, anyway, I'm putting Wrap Trap back in there. Now, Wrap Trap didn't come with this helmet originally. This is from some wrestling guy, but it works really good, so I put it on there, and I love how it looks. So there we go, Wrap Trap. And of course, I got a crowbar so I can do different things. Now, I do use that little tab I just lost. There it is. To make it easier to open. Otherwise, it's a pain to open this. But once I get the what do you call it? The crowbar out of there, I can use that too. Yeah, I found out the hard way. If you don't have some way to open it, you end up messing up. It's cool when I made this. It's obviously I added horde symbols to it on the front and back, and then this is the storyline of the Snake Man, Castle Grayskull, and He-Man transforming in the hieroglyphics. Then it says "Wrap" on the bottom for Wrap Trap. All right, so that's all I got. Let me see your guys' last questions. Super 7, Mattel, Multiverse, laughing out loud. Yep. All right, Tony C, thanks for joining us. Batfan1, thanks for joining us. Yes, it'd be cool if Super 7 got the Moto license back, or to at least do classics. That'd be great. All right, well, you guys left a lot of comments. Like and subscribe, and maybe another video later on tonight. We'll see. And if I don't talk to you guys till tomorrow, happy early Easter. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Bye now.